Guys, what's up? There is a new anime festival to happen in Singapore and will, as always, have a variety of options depending on what you like. It is to be called the Anime Festival Asia 2017. The venue itself is to be held in the Suntec Singapore Convention and Exhibition Centre. I would imagine that's their version of, with London, for me, it's the Excel Centre. It's kind of like where they do lots of the massive events. The booth number for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Content will be A96. There will be a tutorial and tournament room. It's room 333. Very clever, on level 3. It will be held on the 25th and the 26th of November. To begin with, there will be a tutorial being held by the staff. It's there mainly to explain the rules to beginners. It's pretty much standard tournament policy, with the newcomers, you need to explain to them what you need to do, how you need to behave, what happens if something gets lost or stolen, how you report these things. Secondly, there will be a tournament event. This is going to be held with a 3-person team. As I had mentioned in a previous video beforehand, that this is how they're trying to encourage this. It will have 2 groups of 12 teams, so you're looking at 36 people per group, and this will be held daily. In order to access the team event, there is a payment you have to make. It is 90 Singapore dollars to enter. Obviously, there are prizes in response to that, so no one goes away empty-handed. The winning team will win a full box of Extreme Force and Legendary Duelist 2 Ancient Millennium. The door prize is 12 packs for a team, plus this playmat that you can see here of Cherubini, Black Angel of the Burning Abyss. This is the new Link monster for the Burning Abyss. You should note that they have added an emergency ban list, mainly because, they've seen how games have been going and, they want to prevent, certain things from just becoming just that deck running around. They've made these to 2 cards, making them forbidden from play. These are Spiral Double Helix and Grinder Golem. This is to prevent the event from being dominated by Grinder Link spam and obviously the Spirals. Though they've been hit, they're still quite decent as they are. And honestly, if you've not seen the Grinder Golem spam, there are about 1,000 videos already on YouTube. Go and look at any of them. You will see how many combos you can get from Grinder Golem. It's nice because it means that people can, bring the very rogue decks that they have, and they might still have an opportunity to win. The tournament itself will be from 1:30 PM until 7 PM. Lastly, in regards to the registration procedures, this will begin from 10:30 AM onwards. Please ensure that you register if you want to participate within the tournament, as registration for both days is held on the first day. Once the first group has been filled, they will instantly start manning for the registration of the second day. So if you're planning to turn up for the second day, without having registered, you will have missed your chance indefinitely. There's not that many teams. It's not a massive scale event. These tournaments tend to be oversubscribed. Now, it mentions that the team leader can himself register for the whole team, provided he can show all 3 members' ID, such as a driving license. The team leader will decide the position of how their members will play their duels as A, B, and C. And once those have been decided, they cannot be changed. There is going to be a priority made as well for players who have not registered before. So, don't get frustrated that you're not at the head of the queue despite being there since, 2 AM. Because, you know, you might be an experienced player, but this kid who's like 10 years old, it's his first time, you know, he's got his parent with him, and he's nervous as all hell. But, you know, it's their way of trying to ease and speed up the process so that they can get, in turn, into more tournaments and gain the experience. If you try to manipulate the registration, it says as well, in any way, you will be disqualified and unable to play either day. Don't bother. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. What's it going to take you? It's not going to take you less than half an hour, you know, to register, probably. Cards for all languages can be used, but they cannot use TCG exclusives or Korean exclusives. You know, this would be unfair if, you know, certain people could run this particular card that tends to destroy everything, and yet this person from another country, say a Japanese person, cannot run this particular card. And lastly, their disclaimer, as always, for SG Cardmart reserves all rights to make changes to the tournament's regulations and reject anybody from participating if they should be non-compliant to the regulations or are unruly at the event venue. You know, if criminal activity, stealing happens, or, you know, you get into an actual fist fight with someone, they're going to want to get rid of you fast. They want to create a safe and fun and enjoyable environment. Remember, there's going to be some small children in there who's maybe just picked up their first decks, so they don't want to feel that, you know, it's anything that for them to worry about. So please understand, you know, some people will have, you know, temperaments on them. Just, you know, cool off, say, you know, you've lost, goodbye, I've won, okay. If you don't want to shake my hand, I'll move on to the next one whilst you sob in the corner. So what do you think of this event? Are you attending? Is the cost too much to enter the event? And what about the tournament ban list they've created? Do you think this will become a regular occurrence within larger tournaments? Or is this just to deal with a couple of cards that have been abused very recently and very quickly? Leave your comments down below, like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and as always, thank you for taking the time to watch.